Soleil, Sojourn. This piece was written August the 2nd, 2021. And when I first wrote the piece, I didn't really notice or pay attention to the significance of the date at that time. But that date has a lot of personal resonance. August the 2nd, based on my history in a small town in Arkansas. The 2nd of August is known as a time that's also really close to homecoming, at least homecoming season. And that's when a lot of people who moved away during the Great Migration return home to the South. And was a lot of family reunions and school reunions for those who attended all-Black schools. So the town would really come alive at that time. So in my childhood, it just held a lot of rich excitement and enthusiasm. So I just wanted to share that as again, one of those sort of timestamps on the pieces that even at the time when other pieces are coming forth to be written, you really don't recognize always fully just how rich it is and how much it was connected to the timeline of my personal history. Okay, so Sojourn. I come to the garden alone was an adored hymn by my maternal grandmother. I remember feeling that it was so significant that the date of the first memoir writing class coincided with the anniversary of her sunset, October 19th, 2018. Finally, it was my return to the courses for a full-length class. It was an intention that had been incubating for 22 years since my work schedule interrupted the first class in 1996. So the date was a breadcrumb, a sign of the time, even though I really didn't want to take the memoir writing class because I really wanted to take the languaging class. So the instructor encouraged me to enroll through our conversations. And it was really interesting because when I look back, I ended up discovering that it was like right during an eclipse season, like within days of an eclipse. So I was too ill at that time for a trek on BART in Muni, and that was part of my consideration around going. And she arranged a ride across the Bay Bridge, with a fellow student who also lived in Berkeley at the time, Judy. So it felt like a prayer answered, click, click, click. And it was a Kairos moment. I could just feel it. It was serendipitous synchronicity. Grandmothers, both of our grandmothers who worship the same God, daughters of Abraham. Different branches from the tree in the Garden of Genesis. We often noted the mirroring of Jewish and Black people in the diaspora. I remember the resistance I felt to writing the ancestor piece in the memoir writing class. The channeling, quote unquote, triggered a no for me. It was evoking an old skin that had left me hollow as an oyster shell. Just some previous bad experiences around people channeling and things like that. But I refrained with the offer to imagine. And so I was able to push through the block. Ironically, it became one of my favorite pieces and a lantern before I really fully realized it. It was a mother lode, a glory hole, a compass, and a clock. It was a morphogenetic field. It was kindling for the creation of Corona. I remember the one-day memoir workshop that I took in November 2014. Arriving early on a Saturday morning, the autumn light soft as I sat in the black BMW sloped on the hill in front of the course. The autumn light, soft but still bright enough for sunglasses. I don't remember any of the other students or the stories they told from that day. I wrote about flipping through vinyl soul music records stacked in milk crates at my cousin's house that were speaking to me. It was really symbolic in retrospect. And for light. My commuter and comrade Judy introduced me to another Black woman, a kindred spirit intrigued by the realm of soul records. To each other, we were never before seen this. Black female mirrors, earthly constellations. Together, we began opening records like divine love letters, reading ancient pages in the book of life, a guide, peering to see the missing links of the broken records of our lineages. Together, reading light.